Sequoia National Park still smoldering, Spain's Lord of the Rings Trail, a Triple Crown soon to be set, and hiking sandals all coming up next on This Week in Backpacking. Welcome back to This Week in Backpacking. We're your hosts, Miyagi and Trips, bringing you some of the highlights going on this week in the world of backpacking. How you doing, Trips?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. We got a trip coming up.
We do, and I'm very excited about it.
Next week, Wednesday, we leave for Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, and we're guiding a trip of 12 for 5 days along the lakeshore. It's going to be great.
That's where I earned my name.
It is. That's where Trips earned her Trips name.
Yep.
Going back to the spot. It's going to be great. Weather's looking really good. We're super excited.
Yes, very, very excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing everybody who's joining us.
We've had some friends that we put this together last year, actually, during COVID time, and it fell apart, as many of your trips have. Yeah. And we rescheduled for this year, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. All right, Trips, take us down the rabbit hole. What's going on in our national parks?
Sequoia National Park still smoldering from 2020 wildfire. A burn area in Sequoia National Park is still smoldering in at least one spot 9 months after it first began to burn, the National Park Service said this week. In a press release, the NPS said that a group of scientists and fire personnel were surveying the site of the 2020 Castle Fire when they spotted a giant sequoia smoldering and smoking in a burned-over area known as the Board Camp Grove. According to the release, the burning sequoia is well away from fire lines and trails, but is visible from the Ladybug Trail, a 7.2-mile out and back that leaves from the South Fork campground at the park's southern end. The fact areas are still smoldering and smoking from the 2020 Castle Fire demonstrates how dry the park is, said Leif Matheson, Assistant Fire Management Officer for Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. With the low amount of snowfall and rain this year, there may be additional discoveries as spring transitions into summer. The lightning-caused Castle Fire was discovered on August 19, 2020. It went on to connect with another blaze, the Shotgun Fire, to form what emergency managers dubbed the SQF complex, burning over 174,000 acres across Sequoia National Forest, Giant Sequoia National Monument, Inyo National Forest, and Sequoia National Park before crews managed to fully contain it on January 6th. In an update following containment, emergency managers warned that the burn area would continue to be hazardous for some time. Smoldering stump holes and their roots were found burning months after a wildfire, posing a hazard for anyone stepping near or on them. Compounding the problem, California is facing one of its driest springs in recent memory. According to the Federal Drought Monitor, the majority of Tulare County, where the park is located, is in extreme drought, the second most severe designation used by the organization. California's governor had this to say.
Yeah, we're not going to give up. We're going to deal with the immediate, which is suppression. We're going to deal with the immediate, moving to the next fire season, which is prevention. And we're going to deal with the medium and long term, which is bolstering our resources, both equipment and suppression technology, personnel, human resources, but also look at the long-term issue, which is a trend line. Hottest August in history. Hottest recorded temperature on planet Earth, at least since 1931 in Death Valley, just a number of weeks ago. We're seeing hots getting much hotter, the dries getting much drier. We're seeing what traditionally have been smaller, containable fires become unprecedented mega fires. We have 163 million dead trees because of unprecedented drought between 2011 and 2017. We're dealing with extremes that scientists had predicted. We're dealing with temperatures that objectively, not subjectively, are hotter than they've ever been in modern recorded history in the state of California. Climate change is real, it's severe. And in closing, that Mother Nature has joined the conversation. She bats last, she bats 1,000. She's chemistry, she's biology, she's physics. She is present in this debate and in this conversation.
In its final survey of the season, the California Department of Water Resources found that the state's snowpack held only 59% as much water as normal. While park officials say the smoking tree does not pose a threat to the public health or safety, they do urge hikers to stay on trails and to use caution.
The National Park Service this week announces a number of park openings. The gate at the entrance to the north rim of the Grand Canyon National Park will open Saturday, May 15th at 6:30 a.m. to mark the official opening of the north rim for the 21 season. Grand Canyon Lodge and Grand Canyon Trail Rides will also commence their 21 seasonal operations on this date.
Get ready for construction. The National Park Service announced today that over 80 overlooks and parking areas and 5 picnic areas along the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia will be resurfaced as part of the park's pavement preservation program.
Oh, you gotta love all that road construction.
Nobody loves road construction.
Orange barrels everywhere. Trips, let's check out what's going on in the world of backpacking.
Let's.
A Washington state man is accused of organizing an illegal 153-person hike in the Grand Canyon despite park officials repeatedly telling him it violated their COVID-19 restrictions. Authorities said healthcare executive Joseph Don Mount spent months planning the hike back in October of 2020. Groups with more than 30 participants are not permitted rim to rim along the inner canyon, officials said. Mount had reportedly denied that he was planning such a large-scale hike and told the Grand Canyon Commercial Permits Office that he was only planning to take 12 people. However, court documents allege he had already registered 118 people by that date. Mount continued to defy park regulations despite receiving official advisements from a park employee in the permits office, court documents said. Officials said a string of 12 vehicles arrived at the North Kaibag trailhead on October 24th with dozens of people mingling together. Ranger Andrew Spruta said he saw 200 to 250 people leaving a trailhead at the same time. He stated, "Many of the hikers told me that they were part of a large group of over 100 people from all over." He stated, "In my 7 months of work, I've never witnessed so many individuals traveling in the same direction in such a concentrated period of time and space." One person who complained about the size of Mount's group said it was way out of control. Mount now faces a number of charges, including giving a false report to authorities, interfering with a government employee, soliciting business in a park without a permit, and violating an activity restriction. 153 people, that is absolutely amazing, Trips. I can't imagine seeing that many people on trail.
Well, and I don't know how he possibly thought that that was going to go unnoticed.
I was just in the Grand Canyon in November of last year, and I don't think I saw 153 people the entire time I was there. That is just crazy.
Yeah. Certainly not socially distanced.
Absolutely not. Let's head out and check out our buddy Ben McMillan of Hilltop Packs. He's got some exciting news for us.
Yes, very exciting.
Hey, Miyagi and Trips, thanks so much for checking in and see what's going on here at Hilltop Packs. Just want to give you a quick little update. We did just launch a brand new website. It's got a bunch of new features. One of the big ones is you're able to now design your bag right there in front of you while you're actually on the website instead of sending us the files and we design. You can use our web-based editor. You can even upload your own design straight to the editor and then see what you're actually uploading. It's pretty sweet. Next thing is we're actually moving our shop again. We've only been in business for a year and a half. We moved from our small shop originally back in our home into a newer shop, which is about 1,500 square feet. And now we're moving again into this big, huge area, which is about 5,000 square feet. I'm gonna give you a quick little tour. And here it is, ready? Keep your eyes open. We haven't actually cleaned anything out yet. So we have a lot of room, several other rooms we're gonna show. I'll give you guys the tour, whatever, get everything all set up. You guys get the first tour. So thanks for checking in, and we'll see you guys around.
Thanks so much, Ben. We're super excited to see what Hilltop Packs has in store with this new building and moving forward into the future. Now let's jump over to North Carolina, where our ultralight guru, Hunter Musgrove, is with Deliberate Life Designs. He's going to tell us a little bit about sandals.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hunter from Hunter's Trip again, and today I'm really excited to talk about a new product on the market. It's the Deliberate Life Designs new sandals. So Adam at Deliberate Life Designs and I just went on a hike in the Linville Gorge, and it was great to meet him. I finally got to see the inspiration behind his work and everything that he's been creating. And I got to take out my new pair of sandals on the maiden voyage. As you can tell, there's no split toe. So the whole design of this sandal, which there's no name for it yet, so if you want to help them out, definitely send them an Instagram message and they'll see what they could do as far as a name for this. But the whole design behind this is to have a strap over the toe. There's some similar companies doing this. You've probably known about Zeros or a couple other just Chaco style brands, but none of them are a custom fit. What Adam and his company stand for is having a custom handcrafted minimalist sandal that's going to be directly made for your personal fit and your personal foot. Now, I myself have 4 different pair because I am an absolute 100% sandal hiker. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Hunter, sandals probably not the best for your arch support or to protect your feet. Well, it just kind of depends. Just like any muscle that you grow, you maintain, and you try to develop, you want to protect and take care of. So you don't want to just jump right into using sandals as your all-day, everyday shoe or even hiking in them unless you're prepared or unless you've developed the muscle strength. It took me a long time to get used to sandals, but I've always been a minimalist shoe design. I've always liked a zero drop shoe. I've used the Ultras. I've used many different other brands like Vivo Barefoot. And ultimately, it just came down to what worked for me. And what worked for me was to go straight into the sandals. When you're wearing a sandal, as you can tell, it's all open so your feet breathe perfectly. The other thing too is that water crossings, being that I'm in North Carolina, there's tons of them. Your feet get wet, true, but they dry out just over a next mile or two. Yeah, your feet do get dirty, so if it comes to any type of mud or dirt, you just pack an extra couple pair of socks, and I'd rather carry an extra couple pair of socks to know that my feet are going to recover better and have a better experience, because it's all about going further and getting more hiking in. So currently, Adam at Deliberate Life Designs is developing 5 different sandals. You've got the Intuition, the Pursuit, the Ultralight Pursuit, the Approach, and the Alchemy. I'll show you through a couple different options of what he's using, but today we're really going to be focusing on the newest sandal that has the over-the-toe strap. So the over-the-toe strap is for the people who don't want the split-toe design. The benefit of this is you don't have to have split-toe socks or tabby style socks. You can wear your beloved Darn Tough socks or anything else. Now, I still choose to go barefoot, or sometimes I like to wear Injinji socks, and yes, you will destroy socks. I have killed countless pair of socks, but the benefit of it though is having a more free experience. And it's ultralight, which is the best part for me. You can mix and match all the different strap options as well as the different sole options depending on 7 different strap colors and 3 to 4 different style of colors for the sole. Now, you want to go on the website and check each different tread because say you're a road runner, then you probably want to look at more of the Pursuit. Say you're a trail runner, then you're probably going to want to look at the Intuition or maybe the Alchemy. Say you are a rock climber and you want to have something around for climbing rocks. Well, then he has a new shoe also with an Approach sole that is more tailored for your rock style scrambling and stuff like that. The cool thing about how Adam designs the shoe for your personal foot is you do a foot tracing. So on an 8x5x11 printer paper, what you do is you trace your foot and then you write some tips about how your foot acts and maybe if you lean to one side more, and he'll work with you to get that custom dial. And you're probably thinking, why do I have to trace my foot? Well, this is a handcrafted, handmade design. It's going to be tailored right for your feet. So if you're looking for a custom sandal and you want to try out maybe sandal hiking or just a sandal for everyday life, head on over to Deliberate Life Designs, and you can even use Hunter10 for a discount code because I actually use them and I believe that I can stand behind these sandals. So check them out.
Hunter, that was some really great information about the sandals, and we really appreciate it.
I just can't do sandals yet.
Ugh, I bang my toes so much, I don't know how I could do that without losing all of my toenails,
I know.
honestly.
We hike on the Superior Hiking Trail quite a bit, and it's nothing but roots and rocks, and I would bang my toes all the time.
Well, also, we know I am super clumsy.
So it might not work, but it might work out for you. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Hunter. He is the sandal expert.
Yes.
Speaking of experts, we're going to head out into the field now and catch up with our boy, Milosh. That's right, Milosh on the trail. He's going... I think he's in Spain. I'm not sure where he's at, but he's got some information for us coming from Spain on the Lord of the Rings Trail. Milosh, what do you have for us?
Thanks for Miyagi. This Milosh, world news. This week, world news, we are gonna go for sunny Spain. This 122-kilometer circular trail cut up in section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for you enjoy. You can go for sleep bunkhouse, you can go for sleep shelter, all owned by church, but call ahead. You can even hike solo independent or get a guided tour. And you can even go canoe. Close hike start go.
We travel
Give tell this looking go for city of Bree is first stop on hike. You can even find other attractive place in sunny Madrid near Spain, in the Parkway de la Sierra, and maybe you can go for see big white tree of Gondor. This all from Milosh. Back for you, Miyagi.
Oh, Milosh, he's such a character. That was pretty incredible. This Spain, the Lord of the Rings Trail. Someday we'll have to put that one on the bucket list.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it does sound pretty awesome. In fact, as equally as awesome, we're going to be doing our thru hiker updates now with a family of 6 that is poised to set a new record for the Triple Crown of hiking.
So awesome.
The Strawbridge Family. In a few months, the Strawbridge family will be poised to set a record, the first family of 6 to earn their Triple Crown of hiking. Following a 67-mile family backpacking trip near the Appalachian Trail in Tennessee and North Carolina in 2017, the possibility of thru hiking with their kids took shape for Monica Strawbridge and her husband Vince. To date, Monica and Vince, along with their kids, 13-year-old Georgie, 15-year-old Henry, 16-year-old June, and 18-year-old Aiden have successfully hiked the Pacific Crest Trail and the Continental Divide Trail. Their first thru hike was the 2,650-mile Pacific Crest Trail in 2018. Following that successful hike, the seed was sown for attempting what's known as the Triple Crown of hiking: the Pacific Crest Trail, the Continental Divide Trail, and the Appalachian Trail.
Schooling for the kids was challenging. Aiden condensed her senior year into 4 months to accommodate the CDT, which the family completed last year in 2020. The younger 3 children are homeschooled and designed projects they could do on trail. Henry would collect data for Trout Unlimited, June would work on a weather tracking project, and Georgie, who studied photography, planned to snap thousands of shots along the way. The family's days on trail were pretty routine. The first hour of their morning was spent hiking together. They would play a history lesson on a portable speaker, discuss a Bible verse, or talk about the kids' projects as they began walking. Then the family would string out along the trail, hiking at their own paces. They'd regroup for lunch around noon and chat about their mornings. From there, they'd walk until dark. On November 2nd, 2020, the family arrived at New Mexico's Crazy Cook Monument, the southern terminus of the 3,100-mile Continental Divide Trail. When they touched the obelisk, they became the largest family to have ever hiked the trail. In early March of this year, the Strawbridges started the Appalachian Trail, and they plan to finish their Triple Crown this summer. After over 5,000 miles, the family now has this thru hiking thing down to a science, and they're ready to finish their Triple Crown family dream.
Be sure to check them out on YouTube and Instagram. They were also featured recently on the Backpacking Podcast with John Kelly and Jeremiah Stringer. This was an awesome interview, and you should definitely check it out.
Their names: Vince, Monica, Aiden, June, Henry, and Georgie. And tonight with us, we've got Vince and Aiden and Henry. Let's welcome in the Strawbridge family. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Thank you.
Man, it is so good to have you guys here. We've already got one person saying the Strawbridge family are amazing.
Well, thank you.
So can I just say that as a parent, I think it's absolutely incredible that they've managed to pull off all of the planning and execution on that.
I'm a planner, and that takes the cake for sure.
I mean, what an exceptional adventure to be able to take your kids on.
It is.
So cool. Just so cool.
They're going to hold on to those memories for a lifetime.
Yeah, I love it.
Cool. Well, we still got you here Why don't you remember to hit that like and subscribe button and the bell notification so you're notified every time that backpacking news comes out each Sunday. And if you've got any news to share with us, or new gear or suggestions on future segments, drop us a line at thisweekinbackpacking@gmail.com. That's going to wrap up the news for this week. Guys, thanks again for joining along, and we'll see you next week on This Week in Backpacking.
Take care.